Now let's create a 3D pocket together. I've already cut out my pattern on fabric. Next is to fold it in two and stitch on the straight line I have there to create a box split. Next, I'll iron it down. After that, I'll have to fold that place in two and stitch on 1/2 inch on both sides. Now I'll have to turn it right side out. Now my pocket is taking shape. Next is to cut a long strip of your choice. Sew and turn it right side out. Then stitch it down at the top of the pocket. But before then, make sure you have folded in your facing. Right here, I cut my pocket together with the facing. Now I have 1.5 inches facing folded inside there, as you can see. Now I'm stitching down my long strip. Done with it. Next is to mark 1/2 inch around the pocket. After that, I'll have to iron in the 1/2 inch to make it easy for me to stitch on the box I have down there. Now I'll make sure the 1/2 inch is aligned directly on the line I have down there, and I'm stitching it below the 1 inch I have at the top. That top is for the pocket cover. Now I'm stitching below it, and I will make sure that the short stitch I have on the pocket aligns with the sharp edge on the box down there, as you can see. And make sure as you're stitching, you're folding in just 1 inch, and the 1 inch aligns with the line you have down there. Now I'm stitching it down directly on the line and at the edge of the pocket. Now when I get to that short stitch I have at the pocket, I must make sure it aligns with the sharp edge on the box. I've gotten there, I've pinned it down. Now turning it towards the other side, folding in my 1/2 inch and aligning it directly on the line I have on the box. And note that the box and the pocket is of the same measurement. Now next thing is to stitch down my pocket at the top. And it has to be on both sides, just at the top, a tiny stitch, just to hold it down. Now after that, we'll go over to stitch our pocket cover. And our pocket cover is cut the same length with the same width with the pocket, and the length is 2.5 inches on fold. When you spread it out, it's 5 inches. I'm not stitching where I have the fold. I'm just stitching around the other parts. Now I must align the folded parts on the line I have on the box, then stitch it down. Then I'll have to stitch close to the one I have already stitched, just to give it a style line. Now my pocket is ready.